You've heard of emperors who conquer kingdoms, but have you heard of the queen who ended one with a single strike? He was the greatest emperor of his time, feared, worshipped, unstoppable in war. She was a defeated queen, captured, humiliated. Her kingdom burned to ash, and in that instant, she pulled a hidden blade and beheaded him in front of his entire army. They say she vanished afterward, leaving only a blood-stained throne and a warning carved into the stone. I bowed only to strike. Was it justice or a curse written by history itself? No one moved. No one stopped her. Some say they believed it was fate. Others feared the rage in her eyes, like how she wasn't actually a queen at all, but a 17-year-old princess whose mother was the true ruler of her people. Her name was Alana, and she had a spirit just like her mother, fierce and wild, not to be tamed or broken. But it was quickly replaced by surprise, then horror, then fear. There's more to come. See, when Elena took the throne, she didn't just rule. She thrived. Her lands prospered. Her people flourished. For being the greatest queen in history means you must also be the most lonely. And though she never forgot the pain of her past, she didn't let it consume her. Instead, she channeled it, using it to make her stronger, wiser, kinder. For as Elena rose up, a cruel smile on her face, he saw the glint of a blade in her hand. It was small, barely longer than her forearm, but it was sharp enough to end his reign. He brought her in chains to kneel before him as a trophy. But she didn't beg. She smiled. But there were too many enemies. Her mother was killed, her people slaughtered, and Elena was taken prisoner. Historians say she whispered something that made the emperor pause. The emperor's death marked the collapse of his empire as if it died with him. Now, you may think you know the story of the White Queen, but trust me, there are details in here you've never heard before. In fact, he looked quite sad. All his conquests, all his victories, had aged him, and he was weary of war. He wanted peace. So he offered Alana a choice: kneel before him and submit, and he would make her a queen in her own right, or refuse and die. When the empire's soldiers came to her village, she fought alongside her mother, battling until their swords were bare steel. So she played her last card, the one she had hidden from everyone, even herself. She pretended to agree to his terms. She pretended to accept her fate. She pretended to bow before him. Yet when the soldiers brought her before the emperor, they found no joy in his eyes. He wasn't young, nor was he handsome. Elena knew she couldn't win in battle, not against an entire army. But she also knew she couldn't live like this, broken and defeated. And in that moment, the emperor felt a pang of sympathy for the young girl. And with that, our story ends. Well, not really, but some say that was the curse of the White Queen, to always be strong, to always be kind, to always lead with wisdom and grace.